work at all. We got a network booster, so maybe my connection will be better, but who fucking knows. I'm going to attempt to recreate Giant Dad. So I've started as a bandit with the Master Key. Ow. It's been a while since I've actually played this game, but in waiting for Elden Ring to be released, I'm going to be playing through all the previous FromSoft games that I've played, which is all 3 Dark Souls games, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. I don't know if Nioh is actually a FromSoft game. I've never actually figured that out. But if it is, then I don't count it. Not because I'm just going to randomly say it isn't, but because I never actually got attached to Nioh for some reason. I grabbed the Kusarigama and then that ran around and then never got attached to it. But then again, I tried playing it before I was even attached to Dark Souls 3, and that was the first game in these types of games that I actually beat. So, the Asylum, gonna start by putting all our points into Vitality, because we're gonna want it for now. Don't have enough to... This means that we won't have enough strength or dex to wield the Zweihander yet, but for the time being, health is kind of a necessity. And I'm gonna do my best to create a Giant Dad build, because why the fuck not? And I don't know why I'm streaming this. It's not like anyone actually watches this shit, but whatever. I'm gonna grab everything behind the shrine, even the stuff I never use. Gonna equip those Homeward Bones for later. Now we run over here to grab all this shit. Large Soul of Lost Undead. Over here we get our primary weapon for this run, which is of course the Zweihander, because I'm making a fucking Giant Dad build. It's not like I'm going to be using the Winged Spear. Binoculars, because why the fuck not? Run up here past all the enemies. Run for your life. And now we get to do one of the first stupid things in this run, which is going to the catacombs immediately. Essentially, we're doing a suicide run to get, to hopefully get an early Father Mask, and if not, then at the very least, use the souls from Pinwheel, along with the green Titanite shards, to try and get our hands on an early Fire Zweihander. So, we are in no way prepared to handle any of the enemies here. We're gonna quit out here so that the skeletons don't follow us into this room. And then we have to kill the fire guy in here to enable the bonfire. He has like no poise, so despite how low our damage is, it's really not that hard to kill him. So now that he's gone, we can light the bonfire. And yeah, that went pretty smoothly. We're gonna rest here. And for the sake of attempting to kill Pinwheel early, we're going to use a humanity, because we're going to be enlisting the services of Paladin Leroy, assuming that I don't die. And while I'm here, I think I have enough souls for a level up. I'm gonna get some stats. I'm 1 level away from being able to wield the Zweihander now, so that's good. But now we have to run through here and try not to die. So, yeah, that fucking sucks. Now that we're here, wait for Paladin Leroy to be summoned. And now comes one of my least favorite parts of this. Trying not to get bone wheeled. Leroy, would you please attack the skeleton? Thank you. So now we run and hope to God that none of the skeletons get us. Okay, we made it. Now we wait for Paladin Leroy. Who will be with us shortly. Yep, there he is. And now we strive to get an early Father Mask. If not, then we'll just get it later once we're in the Tomb of the Giants. Yep. Just block and wait for it to be over. And we got the Mask of the Child. It's not the best, but at the very least, we can get some use out of it for the time being. Now, we have enough souls to put a point into strength, so now we can actually use our Zweihander. So I'll go ahead and equip that. But that being said, I'm not actually going to get much use out of it until we have Vamos upgrade it. Assuming that I manage to actually get to Vamos without being killed by all the skeletons. Or fall damage. So we go through here. We go out here. We pull this. Well, push it, not pull. Well, fuck. God damn it. At the very least, that lever is pushed and we don't need to do it again. But if we die here, then we're going to be slowed down significantly. I'm probably going to go back to my battle axe. Because I don't have to two-hand it to swing it. And it can stun the skeletons at the very least. Thank you for not actually hitting me there. That was lucky. That was an arrow. That was almost death for me. I don't know what this does, I'm just gonna do it because why not? Okay, and now I'm here. Gotta fall down very carefully and get those green tit shards. And then it's just a matter of falling down to Vamos. Now, don't use this bonfire, because you'll get trapped down here with the bone wheels. So now we purchase enough Titanite. We reinforce our Zweihander. And then modify equipment. We make it a Fire Zwei using the green Titanite shard. And we managed to make it work. So that is good. Now it's time for us to leave the catacombs. And also put some points into endurance. Now, from what I understand, it seems as though we need to put enough points into attunement to get 2 attunement slots for the 2 Black Flames, which means New Game Plus. But for the time being, we're going to focus on getting the Vitality and Endurance stats for the Giant Dead build, which is 43 Vitality and 66 Endurance. Well, I almost didn't make it out of that. This went surprisingly smoothly, if I'm being completely honest. Last time I tried doing this, I could not get that fall correctly to go down to where Leroy is. Which meant I ran out of humanity, which means I wasn't able to summon him for Pinwheel, which... that kind of happened. First time I tried making this build, I got really lucky and got the Father Mask from the initial Pinwheel kill. But, from what I understand, the Father Mask is usually either the first or last piece of the build you get, not counting the Zweihander. Anyway, now that we're back at Firelink, I'm gonna go around through Valley of Drakes and use that entrance to kill the gargoyles. Specifically because I don't like having to deal with the Hellkite Drake, and also it helps me get to the Grasscrest Shield. And Havel, so I can get Havel's Ring. So, just in case anyone actually starts watching this in the future, for those who don't know too much about Dark Souls, there are certain locks in this game which can be opened early if you choose the master key. This door right here is one of them. So normally you wouldn't get the key for that door until you're in Blighttown, which there's an entrance to just over there. But since I have the master key, I'm able to go through it. We are not going to be going to Blighttown yet, because if we kill Quelaag right now, then Lautrec will kill the Firekeeper. And that will disable the Firelink Shrine Bonfire. Because you do things in a fucked up order, he never actually appears at Firelink, because he's not scripted to appear there until you kill the Gargoyles, and he's not scripted to kill the Firekeeper until Quelaag is killed. So, because you kill Quelaag first, he skips appearing in Firelink and ends up killing the Firekeeper. And I don't feel like having to deal with that. So I'm going to kill the Gargoyles first, make my way back down to Firelink, and then kill Lautrec. Do not get hit by these guys' attacks, they will stun lock you. Also be careful, sometimes their tail can end up pushing you off a cliff. And then we go up here, and we make our way up to Darkroot Basin. If I recall correctly. Setting that down for no reason. Never gonna use this freaking elevator again after this, so whatever. But now that we're here, it's time to get our actual shield and not the spider shield. Fuck. I don't feel like dying to a Black Knight Glaive. Make sure you wait a bit before two-handing your weapon if you parry, otherwise you won't do the riposte. Got a Black Knight shield and a blue tit chunk. With that being said, we're now going to go over to Havel and kill him for Havel's ring, which is one of the two rings that the Giant Dad uses. So, outside of getting enough attunement for 2 attunement slots, our end goal for this, we've met 2 of the stats, because we don't really have to put a lot of points into them. And those 2 stats are 16 strength and 10 dexterity, which are the stats to wield as Y-hander. Our other main stats that we focus on are 43 vitality and 66 endurance. But we also are going to need attunement for So now we're gonna get ready to kill Havel. And I'm pretty sure he can one-shot us at this point, so gotta be careful about that. But a lot of his attacks can be avoided by just strafing around him. Which means it's really not that hard to kill. We just need to be careful, because if he does hit us, we're definitely gonna die. Like that. He could have hit me there. I'm very lucky I rolled in the direction where his attack didn't hit me. But now that he's dead, we'll get Havel's ring, which increases our equip load. And now, for the time being at least, we are fast rolling. Our main armor set for this is the giant armor, outside of their helmet, which I don't actually know if you can get because you buy it from the giant blacksmith. And its gimmick is that it gives you a shit ton of defense and poise, but it lowers your stamina recovery, so we use the Grass Crest shield to make up for that. Gonna kill this crystal lizard, because why not? I'm not gonna use any of the things it gives me, but may as well. Now we're gonna take out the Taurus demon for some souls. Because throughout the rest of this, our entire gimmick is doing one of two things. And those two things are getting the levels and getting the upgrades for our Zweihanders. I don't know why I said Zweihanders, plural, but you get what I mean. Anyway, now we can I'm pretty sure if I recall correctly, we're upgraded enough to like one-shot Taurus Demon with the plunging attack. So, we go over here and then, yeah. Well, we didn't quite one-shot him, but whatever. One more swing and then he's fucking dead. We get humanity and a homeward boner, but whatever. And then we head over here. So that's Undead Burg in 5 seconds. And then we go over here and meet Solaire. You don't need to talk to him, but it's Solaire, so... Why wouldn't you talk to him? And there is no specific covenant that Giant Dad is supposed to join, but we specifically are going to be joining the Daughter of Chaos Covenant. There are 2 reasons to max out that covenant. One is saving Solaire, because, well, why wouldn't you? He's, like, one of the best characters in this game. The other is because in saving Solaire, we get easy access to a place where we can farm red Titanite chunks for a Chaos Zweihander. So we've opened the Undead Burg shortcut. We're going to light the Undead Burg bonfire just because. Probably going to use up my souls now, get some points into vitality. And we won't be getting any more upgrades until we get some green Titanite shards. And the main way I know for green Titanite shards is that they can be dropped by the slugs in Blighttown. So they drop them like 5 at a time. So it's kind of encouraged to farm them. If these enemies give you trouble, you can kick them to break their guard. So that's good to know. Because kicking does a lot of stamina damage. So when it comes to enemies like this who hide behind a shield, it's really good at breaking their guard to kick their shield. And you kick by flicking your movement stick forward before pressing the R1 button. So for now, my vitality and endurance are currently even, but later on, my endurance will be leveled up more than my vitality. Because endurance increases both your stamina and your equip load. I don't have to come up here and kill this Black Knight, but I feel like doing it just because. Fuck. Ow. Please back off. Oh, well, now he's dead. But in the event that you can't, like, get green Titanite charge from them, like you end up getting bad luck and the like, there is another way to get them, and that is Framped. You can break down, if you get things like white or blue Titanite chunks, you can break them down into green Titanite shards. But you can see that we do a shit ton of damage. If we stand down here, that guy up there will probably drop down if he can't hit us. Sometimes. Okay, bad example. Over here we have a Baldur Knight who try their best to look intimidating, but really aren't that bad. At least for someone like me. Walking in here is just enough to aggro that Baldur. Let's aggro the Channeler and see if we can get him to drop down. Will he drop down if I stand here? Doesn't look like it. I'm not too good at manipulating AI. And I'm not exactly an expert on doing it. Pretty easy to make pancakes out of Baldur Knights. I'm making sure there isn't anyone creeping up behind me. Ow. Let me just take these lot out before making my way to Andre. So outside of farming for green Titanite shards, once you've rung both the Bells of Awakening, which are guarded by the Bell Gargoyles and Quelaag the Chaos Witch, not only do you get access to Sen's Fortress, so you can progress through the game, but a serpent appears. A serpent appears in Firelink Shrine by the name of Framped, who can give you a downgrade your upgrade materials. So basically, he can break down higher levels of Titanite into lower levels of Titanite. And if you feed him elemental Titanite chunks, they get turned into green Titanite shards. Over here we have our first Firekeeper Soul, which is used to strengthen the Estus Flask by increasing how much it heals. We'll activate that elevator that goes back down to Firelink Shrine. Make a pancake out of this Baldur Knight. And then over here we'll bait some of the hollows. This part is pretty fucking annoying. That is by far the dumbest the channeler has ever been to me. Doesn't really help that I'm using this heavy weapon in a very tight corridor, but we have the R2 to mitigate that. There's like a shit ton of hollows here, and with the channeler's buff, they do a stupid high amount of damage with their broken straight swords. It's a very difficult part of the game. But it seems like we made it through pretty smoothly. Let's hope that the Bell Gargoyles fight is just as smooth. It's wishful thinking, I know, but at the very least we can hope. Walk through the fog wall, run out onto the rooftop, and the gargoyle appears. Screwed that roll up. Okay, I managed to kill the first one relatively quickly. This one has a habit of spamming the fire attack that's really punishable, so yeah, gargoyles die in like 5 hits. Pretty sure it was actually a bit more than 5, but good thing about this specific Dark Souls game is that it's very easy to quickly go through the early game bosses. Now, if there's one thing that this build isn't good at, it's defeating the late game bosses, specifically the DLC bosses Manus and Calamite. I have attempted fighting them before with a fully upgraded Zweihander and 10 humanity, and I did almost no damage to them. But this isn't exactly meant to be like a PvE build. It's meant to be more accustomed to PvP. Under normal circumstances, I would probably Homeward Bone here, but there is a very important gesture for the Giant Dad build that we must get from this Pardoner here. And now we Homeward Bone. And now we're going to make our way to Blighttown through Firelink Shrine. Okay, 22 endurance, 20 vitality. And you have just enough levels when getting to soul level 99 to get through all of this and get yourself to the level 99. Which would make sense, considering this was a build made for soul level 99. But once you have 43 vitality and 66 endurance, you won't quite be at level 99 yet. The rest of your points go into attunement so that you have attunement slots for Black Flame. Which also means that we're eventually going to have to go to the depths and free the Pyromancer to get a Pyro Glove. But for now, we're gonna focus on this part of it. Which, for the time being, means killing this asshole over here. Yeah, he makes it sound like you're the bad guy, but he was literally going to kill the Firekeeper if we didn't do that to him. After killing him, we get the FAP ring and 5 humanity, so that's pretty good. And then we're gonna come down here. Actually, I forgot to rest at the Firelink bonfire. Need my bonus Estus Flask, so I'm probably just gonna go back up. It's not like this is a speed run. We're gonna take a quick look at my weapon's durability. It seems like it'll last for quite a long time. Especially since, well, once I get my green Titanite chunks, I'm gonna be... Why did I say chunks? Whatever. Once I get my green Titanite shards, I'm gonna be upgrading it, which also fully repairs it. Just a bonus of this game, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna make myself human just because. I'm going down to Blighttown and I'm gonna kill Maneater Mildred, which will give me some bonus humanity. So now we are ready. Also, my Fire's Y isn't going to do a lot of damage to Quelaag. So it's not gonna do too much damage, but to mitigate that, we're going to be summoning Mildred. Something I do quite often. It's actually not very common for me to fight Quelaag without having Mildred as help. Because, like, I usually go in there with an unupgraded weapon because she's usually the first of the 2 bells I ring. So my weapon ends up sucking balls, but Mildred does all the damage. I just have to make sure I remain close enough to her that she doesn't get so focused on trying to get to me that she gets stun locked to death. It's kind of an unfortunate thing, but Mildred tends to have a bad case of the stupids, where she's too focused on being near you, and that results in her struggling a lot. I'm also realizing I forgot to use the Firekeeper Soul, so I'll do that once I'm done here. But I'm used to killing Quelaag with an unupgraded Estus Flask, so I'm not worried. But it is a very good thing that our Zweihander does physical damage on top of its fire damage. Oh, fuck. On this episode, I'll be gambling with my fucking life. I'm actually surprised I made it out of that alive. A Souls player's greatest enemy. Gravity. Anyway, going out here means that Mildred will probably be invading soon. Yep, I can't use Homeward Bones, which means Mildred's on her way. Only unfortunate thing about this is that I need to kill her before I can light the bonfire. She's stupidly resistant to fire, by the way. Like, to a point where it really doesn't make any sense. This practically naked woman with a sack over her head, a wooden shield, and a butcher knife is less hurt by fire than a giant fucking bull demon. However, she makes pretty good pancakes. Fuck. Okay, she's dead. I can kill this fucking mosquito. I'll get some bonus humanity. I'll light this bonfire. And rest at it while I'm at it. Some points into vitality. We are now soul level 26. An unfortunate part of this swamp is that getting poisoned is pretty much a guarantee, and I don't have poison moss. But I'm used to going into Quelaag's fight poison. I'm very good at fighting Quelaag. Something I'm not a very big fan of is these guys throwing rocks at me. I'm not a fan of the fatties. Things are going pretty smoothly here. It's not like some random people are gonna end up seeing this and actually find it interesting, so. But yeah, we're gonna be summoning Mildred to help us in this fight. And as you can see, we don't exactly do very ideal damage. I found that it's pretty easy to make her focus on me, which means Mildred stays alive longer. Because after Mildred attacks, Quelaag tends to focus on her, but then I hit her and she starts focusing on me. It makes it a lot easier for Mildred to do her job. Let's just hope that she gets out of that fire in time. Let me just keep her attention on me. Mildred, what the fuck are you doing? Let me get her over to me. Yeah. As I said before, Mildred has a bad case of the stupids. Oh, she's exploding. Yeah, just keep spewing lava at me. I do not understand what's going on with Mildred's AI. But that being close to her tends to fix her AI. Okay, that's the Chaos Witch down. Now, I'm going to be using some humanities to increase my item discovery. Because, once I ring the second bell, it's Green Titanite farming time. And I'll also join the Chaos Servants while I'm here. I'm going to be resting at this bonfire specifically for one reason. You want to say yes to this guy. If you end up saying no, you cannot go into this area without killing him, which completely locks you off from the Covenant unless you kill him. 27 vitality. I'm going to be reinforcing my Estus Flask and entering the Covenant. However, I will not be offering her my humanity yet, because I need to farm for... Well, I need to farm for green titanite shards. Fuck. They drop them 5 at a time, so we're gonna be farming until we have 10 of them. We only need 9. But farming until we have 10 makes it so that we don't have to grind later on. Well, we're gonna have to grind anyway for red titanite chunks. And we won't be getting a red titanite slab until we're in Izalith. But we can end up making this a Chaos +1 before we go to Anor Londo. In fact, we can do it before we go to Sen's Fortress. Though, in the event that RNG fucks us over, we can always grind from, we can always just buy them from the Crestfallen Merchant, if I recall correctly. Because he tends to sell level 2 upgrade materials. We don't have a weaponsmith box or repair box yet, so we can't manually upgrade this thing. But I'm going to need to make my way down to Vamos again once we get the Chaos Flame Ember. Which, by the way, we're going to need to do we're going to need to either do a suicide run or kill the Taurus demons one by one to make that work. But the slugs should be just over here. Yep, there's one over there. There's a bunch over there by the tree, if I recall correctly. But we want to kill these slugs because they can drop green titanite shards. So, yeah. And the reason I use 10 humanity is, again, I'm just saying this in case, for whatever reason, people watch this and they're less knowledgeable in Dark Souls. In the first Dark Souls game, your item discovery isn't determined by a stat. It's determined by how much humanity you have. So, the more humanity you have, the more likely you are to find items when killing enemies. So that is why it caps out at 10. So that is why we use humanity when we need to farm. Seriously, we even use humanity when farming for humanity. So, kind of sucks because these guys don't really seem to drop their items too often, even with item discovery as high as mine. In all honesty, it kind of reminds me of farming the rats in the depths for humanity, because it's annoying as hell. Never actually been behind the giant tree. Yep. They don't seem to be very hell-bent on dropping anything anytime soon. Oh, there! We got 5 green titanite shards. It'd be nice if they could drop 5 more. But I'm probably gonna have to rest and then kill them all again. Huh, so that's where that is. I'm making discoveries even now. And the main reason I'm playing these games is to get me back into the feel of playing Souls-like games so that I'm ready for when Elden Ring comes out. So, yeah. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this today since, I'm gonna have to do some math today to catch up, because, math quiz made me fall behind. Unfortunately, I don't have the rusted iron ring, and I have no intention of getting it. Because, but the rusted iron ring is, like, really convenient here. But, we got 5 green Titanite shards. And now we're gonna rest here and go kill all the slugs again. I'm gonna kill this guy, because why not? So yeah, I don't know why these slugs have green Titanite shards in them. I'm not too knowledgeable in the lore. But, I need 5 more. I really hate these fucking bugs. Like, they aren't even strong, they're just annoying. But yeah, turns out there's a lot more slugs here than I initially knew there was. But on the bright side, that means that there's more farming I can do before I have to reset. They do sometimes drop large Titanite shards, but we don't really need those. We already have our guy above +5. We have no use for Titanite shards anymore. So our main goal is to get 5 more green Titanite shards. I don't know why they drop 1 at a time when it comes to large Titanite shards, but 5 at a time when it comes to green Titanite shards. But the main hope here is that they drop a green one. That one dropped something. It's another large Titanite shard. Let's hope one of these 3 drop one, otherwise I'm gonna have to reset the cycle again. God damn it. Well, since I rested at that bonfire, I'm just gonna homeward bone back. No. I'll get him out in a bit. Okay, we got our 10 green Titanite shards. Now we can get out of here. For the time being, at least. Well, actually, this is around the time you want to grab the Chaos Flame Ember, so I'm gonna offer my 10 humanity to the Chaos Servant Covenant. And use up as many of my souls as I can. Because we're doing a complete suicide run to get those souls. We're doing a complete suicide run to get the Chaos Flame Ember next. So we got our green Titanite shards enough to get this up to fire +5. And then we need the Chaos Flame Ember. And then we need to go back to the Asylum. And there are 2 Black Knights in the Asylum now. That killing them will drop 2 red Titanite chunks. And we can use those to get our weapon up to Chaos +1. Which is something that you definitely want to do before killing Ornstein and Smough. Because the damage is very good against Snorlax and Pikachu. So, I'm going to rest here. We are going to go kill Ceaseless Discharge. I'll probably stop this at like 1 o'clock. But I'm gonna go kill Ceaseless Discharge, and that'll make the lava down there turn in, the majority of it anyway, turn into platforms you can walk on. It'll also spawn a shit ton of Taurus demons down there. So there's 2 main ways to get past them, and that is to either just do a complete and utter suicide run to get to them, to get to it, or eliminate them one at a time, and then you're probably gonna die anyway because of the lava, because we don't have the orange charred ring from the Centipede demon. But we're gonna go over here. And we're now in Ceaseless Discharge's boss arena, but he doesn't aggro until you either attack him or you take the gold hemmed black set. And unlike the majority of bosses in this game, there is a special way to kill Ceaseless Discharge. And that is by baiting him into jumping over a cliff, which then makes him fall to his death. So we get to use the #1 enemy of Soulsborne players against a Soulsborne boss. Wait for him to discharge, and then we run. So we just run over here to the fog gate. And you may notice that over there is a bottomless pit. So we're running past where the thing comes to an end. And you see how he's following us. He's very angry because we took his sister's clothes. So he will jump over here to try to get to us. And now he's just hanging over this pit waiting for death. Then once you hit him enough, he falls to his death. And all the lava over there hardens. Bad example because of the fucking fog wall, but whatever. Yep. So that ceases the endless discharge of the lava. So now all that part is available. It also gives us a free 20,000 souls. Now right here is where we use all our humanity and souls. Specifically once we kill all the Taurus demons. At least that's what I'm gonna do. Because one of the items we need is in the lava over there. So we're going to need to run into the lava to get it. And I'm going to wait to go to the depths until after I have the giant armor, because going into the depths with 0 poise, I do not like fighting the Capra Demon. Especially not with 0 poise. We're going to walk over here until one of them aggroes. It's kind of spooky, but you kind of kite them over here one at a time. And then 2 attacks are enough to stagger them. So, even if your damage isn't necessarily the best, that's 1 Taurus down. Now we aggro another. And these Taurus demons don't respawn. The demon's great axe that the Taurus demons use actually has one of the highest physical damage values in the game when fully upgraded the normal way. But in the case of this build, we're using a Chaos Zweihander. Right now it's only a Fire Zwei, but that's because we don't have the Chaos Flame Ember that's currently over there. We don't need to kill that Capra demon, fortunately. Because I don't need to deal with a fast... So that's good, because I don't need to deal with a fast target. Ow. That's one less Taurus demon to deal with. Now it's just a matter of dealing with these last 2. 3. Would have been nice if I actually dodged when I tried to press the button there. One less Taurus demon. The last Taurus demon has been aggroed. Well, the second to last. The last one I actually need to kite away from the main group. Ow. Oh, fuck. I'm really lucky that you don't take damage while you're on the ground, because if I was taking damage from that lava, it would have killed me. But yeah, the Chaos Flame Ember is somewhere over there. Oh fuck, there's two. Time to run. I get the feeling I'm about to die. I think this is like an aggro wall. Come on, I'm right fucking here. All right, now that he's out of his dementia. Okay, all the Taurus demons are now dead. We can homeward bone to get all my health back, and quickly get me back to the Daughter of Chaos. We'll offer my 10 humanity. Excuse me. And then we'll use all my souls. And we do this so that in the event that I die in the lava, I don't have to repeatedly die over and over again to try and get my shit back. So I make use of it all right now. But now I'm going to run over and grab the Chaos Flame Ember. And once I have that, I'm going to make my way back to Firelink. And because we killed Lautrec, the Firekeeper will still be alive. And as you can see, none of the Taurus demons have respawned. If any of them did, I would have just killed them again, so whatever. So, just current take a look at our stats. And things are going pretty smoothly. We're 13 levels away from our intended vigor. And 42 levels away from our intended endurance. But we'll get them over time. Our next step is getting our Chaos Zweihander +1. Which I'm probably going to need, well, I'm probably going to need, the souls from killing a boss to actually upgrade it that much. And then I have to make my way down to Vamos again. Yeah, but you see why we use all our humanity and souls. That takes up all of our health, like, immediately. I was thinking of Dark Souls 2, where for God knows what reason they decided to give rings durability. But you can kind of see why we use all our humanity and souls, because then if we die out there, we don't really lose anything because we used all our humanity and we only had like 1,000 souls. We can't do anything with 1,000 souls, so if we lose it, then la-di-da. Let me just throw on some fire resist equipment. Not the Hollow Soldier waistcloth. That should up our fire resistance a little bit. Yeah, our flame defense is 200. So that's pretty good. We should be able to survive in the lava now long enough to grab the Chaos Ember. Just a little test dip. Yeah, that does a lot less damage. Make sure we're at full health for this. But, like, Yimpha's guide on this, he just runs past all the Taurus demons, and I can't do that. I cannot run past all those Taurus demons and not run out of health. But, yeah. That was our end goal. The Chaos Flame Ember. So now that we have that, we have gained 1 rank in Chaos Servant as well from offering those 10 humanities, which doesn't actually give us anything yet, unfortunately. But the reason I joined the Chaos Servant is because offering 30 humanities, once we have the Lord Vessel placed, will allow us to save Solaire. With that being said, I am now going to make my way over to Firelink Shrine and probably kill the Stray Demon because he's really not that tough. It's really just a Asylum Demon scaled for mid game. That being said, we are going to be skipping out on at least 2 bosses, those 2 being Demon Fire Sage and Centipede Demon. Simply because there's no real reason to kill them. But we'll be a full Giant Dad, like, long before that. And, probably aren't going to kill the 4 Kings quite until, well, we're probably going to join the Dark Wraith Covenant once everything is said and done. So, we're going to need to kill the 4 Kings before we actually place the Lord Vessel. But I'm going to kill ONS before I even consider killing the 4 Kings. But our next main boss is ONS. But I'm hoping that using the souls from the Stray Demon will allow me to upgrade this thing. And I know I have plenty of soul items in my inventory, but I don't feel like using them yet. So now we're going to make our way up here. And I'm also gonna kill the... I'm also gonna see if I can get my hands on the, These guys tend to drop clumps, so that's pretty good. Problem is, they inflict toxic. They can drop, it's possible for them to drop, moss clumps, but they don't. Oh yeah, these dogs do a lot of damage. I kinda forgot. But the main reason I'm going over there into that toxic hell is because there's a Firekeeper soul there. So we're going to be hoping to get a Firekeeper soul. But to get the Firekeeper soul, I have to go through a bunch of fire-breathing dogs and toxic dart archers. Well, they aren't archers, but whatever. On the bright side, we got a shit ton of poison moss, so I'll equip that. I say a shit ton, but I only have 4. And of course no blooming purples, so I can't deal with toxic. I could go and grab Power Within, but there's no real reason to. Using only a single purple moss clump, I was able to not get poisoned. Barely made it on the platform. We go on here. We go up here. bitch. And we will now be making our way out of Blighttown. Oh, you piece of shit. Okay, made it through without any issue. Would have been great if I didn't end up having to use a humanity there, but I don't care. I mean, I wouldn't have had to if I made use of the Rite of Kindling, considering that I have that from killing Pinwheel. But I don't feel like wasting my humanity kindling bonfires right now. So now we're going to be making our way back to Firelink Shrine through New Londo, where we will be going later. And yeah. The Firekeeper will still be alive because I took care of Lautrec. I can reinforce my Estus Flask to +2. Rest at this bonfire. That guy over there is the Primordial Serpent Frampt. We will not be talking to him. Because I personally am a Dark Lord, rather than a Light Lord. I choose to be a Dark Lord rather than a Lord of Cinder. Over here, we roll off here. We will not be grabbing the key for the Rusted Iron Ring, because, well, I don't really need it. I've already gone through Blighttown, and once I get the Lord Vessel, I can just teleport between bonfires. So, I really have no use of that. So we curl up in a ball here. And then a bird comes and takes us to the asylum. The Torch Hollows are deceptively dangerous. We don't do the best amount of damage, but we do enough. Basically, it's very easy to get them into a loop of spamming the same attack. Which means it's very easy to pile on easy damage. Even when our actual damage shouldn't reasonably be that high. So, our damage may not be the best, but this is still a very easy boss fight. The only time I've ever actually died to Stray Demon is if it doesn't attack the moment you fall in. Because the damage from that attack combined with the fall damage and you being stunned can actually insta-kill you if you get bad RNG. But just keep smacking its ass and it'll die eventually. As you can see, I like to live dangerously. Fuck. Okay. We can cross Stray Demon off the list. We get a Titanite slab that I'm never gonna use. And then we climb this ladder. I'm gonna use those 20,000 souls to get this up to a Chaos +1. I could sing in Mandarin. Not gonna actually sing in this because copyright exists. Oh fuck. I got it eventually. He should drop a red Titanite chunk. Yep. While we're here, we'll grab the Peculiar Doll so that we can fight Priscilla later. But there is one more Black Knight for me to kill here. And once that Black Knight is dead, I will have enough Titanite chunks for Chaos +1. And then that'll be the last of our upgrades until the Lord Vessel is placed. Well, other than actually getting the giant armor. But we go through here. And this Black Knight right here will drop another red Titanite chunk. I got a Black Knight sword that I'll never use. To my knowledge, this is the only, like, Dark Souls game where there is no way for you to respec your stats. Because Dark Souls 2 has the Soul Vessels, And Dark Souls 3 has the Rosaria's Finger Covenant, where you can respec your stats by offering pale tongues. But anyway, we'll be returning to Firelink now. And now I have to go into the catacombs and reach Vamos again. Which is probably gonna suck, but whatever. Fuck you, Framped. You side with fire. Fucking casual. Back into the catacombs we go. Gotta make sure I have enough souls, so I'm not gonna level up yet. I got Homeward Bones equipped, so I'll be fine. And right now I'm pretty durable. I'll backstab this asshole, because why not? I don't know what he dropped, and I'm not going to pick it up. Fuck. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when it would happen. It wouldn't be me playing a Dark Souls game if I don't die to gravity at least once. It is the age-old enemy of all Souls players. Falling off a fucking cliff. Over here, then through here, and finally right here. I did the same fucking thing. Of course I did. Take 3. At least I don't need any humanity for this. I just need to not die. Something that I'm surprisingly good at Souls games. Leave it all behind you. Sometimes I gotta remember not to sing. That's just because I like singing. Okay, that somehow worked. fall down very carefully here. Reinforce my Zweihander. Then we can make it a Chaos Zweihander. And let me just see if I can actually buy anything from him. Yes, I can. Weaponsmith and Repair Box. Thank you. Thanks, Vamos. Now, the unique thing about Chaos Weapons is that the amount of damage they do is directly proportional to how much humanity you have. Similar to Item Discovery, having 10 humanity maximizes their damage. Now, that being said, it's time to go to Sen's Fortress and then make our way through Anal Rodeo. I don't know how I'm still alive, but I'll take it. Things are going pretty smoothly for the time being, which is pretty good. That being said, it's time to go get the Lord Vessel. We'll start by resting up here. So for our 10 Estus Flasks. Then we'll go up here. Past Petrus of Thorland. AKA the Filthy Miracle User. And begin making our way through Sen's Funhouse. I think I'll end this... I'll end this once we get the Lord Vessel. Continue it another day. I don't know why I'm sending it back down as if it's a necessity, but whatever. Now, if I wanted to be cruel, I could kill Andre for the Crest of Artorias, so that I don't have to spend 20,000 souls on it, but I'm not going to be that cruel. I don't feel like being that guy today. I feel like sparing him for this run. Though there have been some previous runs where I've killed him. But you can see that we're doing some pretty high damage here. And we can make it even higher with humanity. So I'm bringing us up to 6 humanity now. And you can see that our damage has increased. The only thing in this chest is some large Titanite. Which at the very least I could sell to Frampt. Huh. I never did understand why this snake is capable of breaking this wall. But now that he has, we can save Big Hat Logan. And in the case of this run, the more important 10,000 souls. Big Hat Logan is kinda only important if you're a sorcerer. As much as that sucks. But when you're not a sorcerer, there's really no reason to have him around. He's kinda just dead weight. Nero from Devil May Cry would relate. Bum ba dum ba. You're dumb. I could go get the... Actually, yeah. I'm gonna go get the gold serpent ring. Doesn't open from this side. Oh shit. Here we have one of the first mimics. Free souls for me. We have to wait for this pit to gradually fill up with the giant boulders. Once it's full all the way, boulder will smash through that wall and we can get the gold serpent ring. Should take about 2 more. So there's the next one. Yep, and the next boulder that comes through will smash through the wall. Allowing me to run through and grab the gold serpent ring. Oh shit, that almost hit me. Let's stand on this. Get off it before it impales me. Then I can make my way up here. Pretty smooth Sense Fortress part. Anyway, here's where I usually die. Around here-ish. Wait for them to do another cycle and then run. Okay, that is the smoothest Sense Fortress I have ever done. Now we're gonna make our way through here. Drop down here. Light the bonfire. Rest. And now we're gonna use our twin humanities to get up to 10 humanity. Once I get the giant armor, I can go into the depths and start farming rats. Which is actually a necessity in this. Because to skip the demon, fire sage, and centipede demon, I'm going to need to farm at least 10 humanity. Well, more specifically in the context of this, because I've offered 10 already, I'm going to need to farm 30. 20 to offer to the woman, and 10 for myself. And then once I'm done with Bed of Chaos, I can kill her if I were that cruel, but I don't kill the spider lady. Well, then again, even if I don't, she kind of dies on her own. But we are currently doing our highest amount of possible damage. At least for this point. Alright, the giant's dead. Once he falls down, he drops a Titanite chunk. Don't really need it, but doesn't hurt to have it. Especially because this is like one of the only Souls games where you can give people upgrade materials. Over here we have the Iron Golem. Who is going to die. Fuck. Motherfucker. Well, that happened. Gotta go get all my shit back now. But evidently I've gotten pretty damn good at this. Outside of that slight mishap. I'm gonna be going ahead and make my way back there now. And then I'll kill the Iron Golem again. Or die to him again. But one thing's for certain, I'm getting my souls back. And my humanity. You can see that we did a full 100 less damage with that swing compared to when we had 10 humanity. We did like 381 damage when we had 10 and only 281 otherwise. We weren't able to make him fall to his death like a Disney villain, but he gives us a ton of free damage. Trying the move that killed me last time. Unfortunately, it won't work this time. And with the Iron Golem dead, we make our way to Hell. No humanities. Never mind, we got one humanity. I could use that to kindle. Unfortunately, considering my lack of intelligence, it's not like I could use Hidden Body, and I have no intention of using Hidden Body. But that would make the Anal Rodeo archers much easier to deal with. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and use these souls. Not the ones in my inventory, though, because of course not. I don't know why I'm like this, I just am. I'm gonna put them all into Endurance. Our current equip load is 127. Which should be pretty good once we buy the Giant's armor. In fact, this is actually where we get the Giant's armor, which will be 3 of the 4 pieces we have yet to get. And then we'll just need the Mask of the Father, which if we don't get from any of the pinwheels, we can buy from patches. Excuse me. So now we go over here and hope the camera doesn't fuck me over. Then we have to exterminate the KKK. And here's one of the less fun parts of the Giant Dag creation, the rafters. Though it is pretty funny to see people kill themselves like that. How? Excuse me, what? Why the hell do their throwing knives do so much damage? Throwing knives do like 10 damage at the most. What the hell are their stats? Seriously, what? Seriously, I never understood that. What the hell is making their throwing knives do that much damage? I am in hell. Please, kill me. Can you please not do that, game? I hate when it jerks your camera to the left. I want to kill all of them. Careful. Remember, I have 0 poise. Do a jump attack like the genius I am. That was sarcasm. Oh my god. The window for parries in this game, and then he just kills himself to flex. Of course. Welcome to my life. I'm gonna lose all that humanity, aren't I? This gives me a little bit of poise. Not enough to make any difference, but whatever. Thank you, dumbass! Get all my shit back. I could try jumping down there from up there, but that... I don't trust that jump. I just don't. Now then. Now that that piece of hell is done... time for the second half. Which I don't know if it's just me, but they usually go a lot smoother. Except the archers. The archers can go fuck themselves. Ow. They have reach. Not Halo reach, but reach. I need full health for this. Time for hell. Thank you. Thank you so fucking much. And now, after jumping through hell, we reach heaven.
You really, if I didn't know better, I'd think you had the whole...
Easily the best character in the game. One revolution up. I screwed up the jump. I screwed up the jump. Very consistent, 100% of the time. Why can I not do this? I say as I then succeed in doing it. I'm gonna open this shortcut so I don't have to embarrass myself in public again. And by public, I mean a video that no one's ever going to watch. I'm gonna make sure that I have humanity at the ready. My one humanity, to be more specific. I'm gonna drop down here and open this door for no fucking reason. Kill this bitch. I forget how much the Giant's armor costs, but we're gonna go get it now. I have enough soul items that I should be able to afford it. Purchase item. Currently do a medium roll with giant armor, so that's pretty good. And we now have 77 poise. And a lot of physical defense. We are currently giant child. We must grow up into giant dad. It is now time to kill Ornstein and Smough. How the fuck am I alive? Well, I managed to get Ornstein by some miracle. Now I just have to not die to Smough. Sorry, Pikachu, but you're not gonna win. Yeah, once you kill Ornstein, the fight is very easy. Goodbye, Executioner Smough. Giants, giants, giants. Light the Chamber of the Princess bonfire. And then we get to see the amazing chest. The ultimate treasure. Give me the Lord Vessel. Now this will end here. I will continue this later. Maybe another day. Maybe next week. Who fucking knows?